thousands of members.
The motto one team is make sure we've integrated with all parts of the club, which is good. I think from the board down to the Colts, it's really helped to make sure that we look after each other and get the club on good standing for the future.
I started supporting them in 1964 when they won the grand final against East Fremantle, and I was a 6-year-old, and I thought I'd break for the team that just won.
1990, so a long time, as a spectator first, as a member, and then we became life members, my husband and myself.
I first became involved with Claremont when I was actually coaching in the district, the Claremont district. I was coaching 15s, under 15s, then started coaching the development squads down in Claremont, and basically started getting involved with Claremont then, and then on just progressed.
Since 1981.
Through our dad, he used to bring us down here when we were young, when we were 14, before the teenagers.
Play for Claremont because, well, for starters it was my zone, but I've stayed here because I love the team, love the players, all my best mates are here, the coaches are great, and we've had a lot of success, so I'd like to stay here for longer.
I've probably played for Claremont starting from development squads since I was 13, and now I'm turning 23, so this is probably my 10th year aligned with Claremont, but I've been playing seniors. This is my fourth year in the seniors.
Would I like to continue with Claremont? Yes, I most certainly would. I don't think I'd change teams. Claremont's the only one for me.
Coaching at Claremont means that I've got the opportunity to work with a great bunch of guys and really sharing some success which we've had previously and hopefully in the future, and I think that there's no better bunch of guys to work with.
Yeah, one team, something was introduced by our board this year and driven mainly by Val Haskins, one of our directors. Basically centres around the players not being separate to the board and the board not being separate to the admin people. They're all part of the one team, and trying to really incorporate our members and volunteers and everyone, so we're all on the same page. We're all driven by being a part of the Claremont Football Club.
The volunteers influence the club. They're massive in the fact that they give up all their time. There's no way a club could function without volunteers. If we tried to pay every single one of them, the club would be broke in 2 seconds. So they're here for the love of it. The players love what they do for each other and for the club, and there's no way any club could function without them.
Yeah, the other volunteers, well, first of all, we've got the Past Players Club, and they're pretty much, as the name states, they're past players from years gone by, and they form a group and they come down on their own on Tuesdays and after home games especially, and they clean up the mess that's left by all the supporters, both visitors and ourselves, and they do a huge amount for the club, fix everything up. And as well as that, we have the Ladies Committee.
The Ladies Committee is run voluntarily, of course, and we do all the sandwiches for afternoon tea. We get the food ready for the stalls. We do Country Week, which is dinner for 200 people and that sort of thing. So we work pretty hard. They do a marvellous job, and it's great fun. Yeah.
And they actually raised the most money out of anybody else at the footy club last year. I think they raised $55,000 for us, which was huge.
It just means getting around the supporters and all the volunteers at the club. We've got heaps of people who put in a lot of effort and time, and you only really hear about the players and the coaches, but we like to, after the game, have a chat to them, make sure they feel part of the team and part of the club, and thank them for everything they do.
Football is my passion. It's just something I've always been involved in and enjoyed. It's having great experience and relationships with people and being part of success. So when you're successful, it's always enjoyable.
Football is my passion because I've grown up loving it and playing it since I was 5, and just love the team environment, and yeah, I've always loved it since I was a kid.
Probably the thing that got me into football was my dad, because he played when he was growing up and played waffle football as well, but it was probably also my older brother, because I did whatever he did and he started playing footy from an early age.
Yeah, I think the waffle is the real football, and the AFL is a bit of a distraction. The real football is here at the WA Football League, especially here at the centre of the universe at Claremont Oval.
One word to describe Claremont would be success.
I would say it's enjoyable.
Magnificent.
Fantastic.
One word. One word's tough, but I'd probably have to say sum Claremont up in one word. I'd say respectful.
One word. Oh, what a good club. Great.
If I could define Claremont in one way, it would be passionate.
A lot of people that come together for a love of football and you become friends, you know. I guess, yeah, not one word, it's just a great club, and it is a great club. Yeah.
Claremont in one sentence is now one team.
And I'm proud of it.